Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing this artist question tag thingy. And I got this from, I can't remember the website right now, but I will put it down in the description box. So these are just some questions like about me and my drawing style. So the first question is, when did you start drawing? And I started like when I was about maybe 7. When I used to draw like the triangle people, the girls were triangles and the men were like rectangles. And then when I got into 6th grade, I had a friend who drew his own manga. He called it Spirit, I think, yeah. And he taught me some things, and I learned from that. And I learned from there. And I used to draw Pokemon as well, so that kind of like got me into it. Which hand do you use for drawing? I use my right hand. Which is easier to draw, male or female? Um, Maybe females because I drew them a lot more. And then when I started to draw anime, I used to watch a lot of anime with girls in it, and they were so easy to draw. I don't know why. I guess it's because I kind of like to draw their hair, and then sometimes I like to kind of draw their clothes. So maybe that's my thing. I like to draw dudes too, but it's more challenging, I guess, in a way, because when I draw a guy, I give them like the right amount of hair or like the right body posture, but then in the face they kind of look like a girl, which is fine with me. But I know some people will start questioning like, "Are you drawing Yaoi?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm not. He's just very beautiful." Which is easier? Wait, I already. Whoa. Which is easier to draw, long hair or short hair? I like to draw long hair, but then I kind of like to draw short hair. And mostly on girls, I'll give them short hair and then I'll give them like a little ponytail or something. If you know what that sound is from, I applaud you. Anyways, I do like to draw short hair on both guys and girls, but then I kind of like to draw long hair on guys, and then they look like this really majestic, like Tarzan looking person with this long flowing hair, and it might be green. Um, is it easier to draw the head facing towards the right or the left? I tend to draw my character's head towards the right. I don't know why, because I'm so used to seeing people draw that way on YouTube. Um, and that's kind of where I picked it up from. I mean, I can sort of draw heads to the left, but then like the left eye will look kind of odd in a way. So there's that, but it's easier to draw it from the right. It's easier to draw the side view or the face of the face or the front view. I kind of do better with the side view, like the profiles. I can do those pretty well. Front views, I usually have to start with the eyes first, make sure those are centered, and then I'll draw the head, and then I kind of work my way from there, because if I draw the head first, then I'm likely to draw it facing the right and not having like it straight and symmetrical and the kid like. What do you have problems in drawing? Um, I can. It's mostly realistic, but then it's also like simple things like hands and body postures. Like I can't for the life of me get those right, and I know I should just be practicing, which I do. Then I get frustrated, and then I throw things. No, I'm just kidding. But then I just get frustrated with myself. Like you can do this. Like bro, chill. Um, but I mean, I can draw like scenery sorta when I paint them. I can paint sceneries and maybe draw a scenery, but in terms of like hands and feet and stuff like that. Like I'm still kind of like a noob at that, but I'm picking it up just really slow. Um, what do you like to draw? I like to draw a lot of things. Um, Mostly like I'll start drawing people at school. When I'm at school, I like the cafe, and I'll look around and like creepily stare at people like Peter Bear, and I'll pick that person and I will sketch their body, sketch what they're doing or whatever, and I'll just continue to do that until I get tired or whatever. But I like to draw anything that gets my attention or catches my eye, and even if I can't draw it in that moment, I may remember it, and then when I get home, I'll draw it. Um, are you a traditional artist or a digital artist? I'm both. I'm more traditional because that's what I started with. So I mostly paint and like draw in my sketchbook. But since a few months ago, February, that was my birthday month, I got a Wacom tablet, the comic and manga version, and it's the small one. And I've been using that a lot lately. Well, not lately, but I've been using that a lot, and it's kind of, I try not to use it too much because like for like maybe 2 weeks straight I was drawing on it, and then when I finally was like, I want to draw my sketchbook, and I pulled it out and I started drawing, I was like, what am I doing? So when I was sketching, I tried to control Z on my sketch pad. I was like, wait, Van, that's not right. That's not right at all. You have to erase this manually. So it was that. So I try to kind of do both every now and then, so I won't try and control Z my paper. um, where where do you start drawing from? So I draw, usually I'll draw the hair first, then the eyes, then the head, or the hair, then the head, then the eyes. But usually I'll do the eyes, then the head, then the hair, and then so forth. So that's kind of what I do. I know some people who will start at the the body and then the head and then the face, which is fine with me. I mean, whatever floats your boat. But I usually do um, hair, face, then body. Um, what drawing habits are you aware of? Or what is a drawing habit that you are aware of? Aware of. So I press too hard when I'm sketching. So when I want to do a light sketch on my canvases, I tend to press down too hard to the point where I put holes in them, and the lines will be like really dark, and it's kind of like annoying to me. Well, I'm annoying myself technically. I'm annoying myself. Um, Cause then when I go to like try and erase it a little bit so that when I paint it like with a light color, like a pink or a blue or something, it doesn't show. And that kind of gets annoying. So for with my tablet, I tend to press down really hard because I know the pressure plate thing and all that, but I press down really hard and I try not to do that because I know my tablet's gonna get scratched anyways from all the drawing, but I'm trying not to like press down and crack its dead center in the middle, and then boom, I'm screwed. So that's kind of a habit I have, is drawing really, putting a lot of pressure on my pencils or my pens. Um, what do you think? What do you keep in mind when you do line art? Um, to be very gentle and soft, like a baby butterfly, flapping its wings, flying to the horizon, and not press down like a dinosaur on a small person. When I do my line art, I tend to have a shaky hand, so I'll try to listen to like some soft music maybe, and that kind of like helps my mood. Not like I'm mad or anything, but it kind of like keeps me calm and like I need not to shake like I'm outside in the freezing cold. That's my main thing. Other than that, I usually just, if I start line art, I'll stop once I get to a point where my hand starts shaking, go do something else, and then come back, and then I'll be perfectly fine. And I might have to do that maybe 2 or 3 times, but I'd rather take breaks than have a shaky picture. Any tips for coloring and shading? Um, No, because I myself don't really color that much in terms of traditional instead besides painting. Mostly when I do a sketch, I just shade it with my pencil or my pen. I guess that counts. So from shading, what I've learned from other people is that you should just be really light with it at first to get like the shine effect, and then afterwards, wherever the light hits on the opposite side where it doesn't hit, then darken it in with the shadows, but be like consistent with the lines and how you stroke it or whatever. That's what I kind of do. But for digital, I usually just go with the flow kind of, because I'm trying to get myself into coloring more, because I just really don't. I don't own any coloring pencils or crayons or Copic markers or pro markers, but I want to at least try and color more besides painting, just to help me. Um, how long does it take to finish a piece of art? It depends on if it's like it's one of my original characters or it's a character from like a show. So with original characters, it usually takes from start to finish, from sketching to coloring, it usually takes about a day or two, maybe three with digital art, because I don't know, it takes me long because I want to color it. Excuse me. But with traditional art in my sketchbook, it usually takes me about 20, 30 minutes to sketch and then erase some of the sketch lines and then go over a little bit darker and then shade it in, maybe not. That usually takes about, again, 20, 30 minutes. So maybe like an hour, which I mean isn't bad because I mean, I don't really judge my art by how much time it takes. Usually just how well I can do it. Um, what what kind of music do you listen to while you draw? So when I'm drawing like anime characters, I usually listen to anime soundtracks, maybe a little K-pop or J-pop. Um, I listen to stations on Spotify such as All the Feels, and no, I'm not sad. It's just got some really good music. Uh, I listen to maybe rap a little bit, a little pop, and then there's this one station called Brain Food where it has like EDM, dubstep kind of, but it's like smooth beats. So whatever my mood is, I kind of draw from that. If I'm drawing like an action scene or like a character doing an action pose, I'll listen to like really like upbeat, like actiony music, if that's a word. But it just depends on like what I'm in the mood for. How long does it take you to come up with an idea? Not long. If it's an original character, it's just like real quick. They're in my head. I'm just like, okay, now I have to draw this out. And it doesn't take that long. Usually I'll just do like, um, I'll sketch like their eyes and then like what their hair will look like and their facial features. And then maybe I'll draw like, like the clothes they wear. But like if I do like a full body, that's like a whole nother day. So when I come up with an idea, it's usually just like what that person's wearing, how their face looks, what their hair looks like, what their personality is. And then the next day, I'll do a full body sketch with all of what I wrote down. Your favorite drawing utensils? I like all my stuff. I like my paint, but I kind of like my paint more just because I like my paint. I like to get messy with my paint. I kind of like my tablet. It's not like I hate it or anything, but I like painting more than anything, if that makes sense. Um, your favorite color or the color that you use a lot. So in the video right now, when I'm drawing my certain characters, when I'm drawing Umaru, I use orange because that's like her thing. Or with like some of my characters, I'll use like a light blue or a green or a purple or just like whatever I'm feeling in that moment. It's not like I used to just stick with black, but then I'm just like, I got multiple colors. I can control Z this whole thing if I feel like it. And then I just sketch it in a different color. So my favorite color is probably blue, but I kind of like the whole rainbow. I'm sorry about that. Um, but yeah. what are your favorite styles? Um, I kind of don't. I kind of understand this question, but I kind of don't. But I'll kind of like go through it real quick. So my style is more. I don't know. Like it's hard to describe my style. Like if you're watching this video, you can see like my style, but like I can't really describe it in words. But like other people's styles, like the lady who wrote Blackbird, the manga, Kanako Joji, I presume if that's right. If I said it wrong, I apologize. But she wrote Blackbird a few years ago. First volume came out when I was a freshman in high school. I am now a second year in college. So when I graduated high school, it was on its 18th volume. That was the last volume. So I grew up with that book, sort of, kind of. And I love how she draws the eyes and the hair and like the overall, like the cover art for the book and the colors. Another person is wait, Hazuki, Kanai Hazuki, who wrote Say I Love You. I love her art style. I love it to the max. Like the way she draws the eyes, and then the way she also draws the guys. Like they're really tall, and like they have this like cool aura about them. So I kind of like her style too. And then the person who did the Demi Human anime Ajin, I kind of like that style. Um, Mostly the anime style because it's like the whole like 3D effect thing. I kind of like that. I'm sorry for my phone. I apologize. But yeah, like those are art styles I like. I also like some YouTubers. Talart. She's my absolute favorite. I love her to death. She is the sweetest person, and her art style is beautiful. The way she draw eyes and the way she draw Bishis. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. The way she draw those, I just cannot help but fangirl. And I love her art to death. I just can't help it. When she puts out a video, I'm like, yes, my life. Yes. And then other people like Zikos, if I'm pronouncing that right, God, I'm sorry. And he draws his characters with pen, but I love his characters because they're so funny and like they all have their different personalities, and it's just like I look up to those people. And yeah, but next question is, are you satisfied with your current art? Yes and no, because I know I can do better, but right now I'm being like really lazy and I should punch myself for that. Like I haven't been drawing lately. I mean, I drew the other week, but it's just like I'm not consistent when I practice, and I should be, and I probably will be, maybe. But I know I can do better. My family has told me I can do better. My friends have told me I can do better, and I know I can. I just have to get that motivation. And the last question is, what kind of artist are you aiming for? Uh, just to be original. Um, the people that I look up to, I want their motivation for their drawing. Like they do it because they love it. And I love drawing and I love what I do, but I don't think my motivation is at its highest. So people like Talar and Seiji and Ken and Aru Aru Aru. People like that, like their art is amazing and I look up to them even though some of them are um I don't know how to put this. I really don't. But like I watch their old videos just to get inspiration. Like I want to be my own person, my own artist, but I really want to I don't know. I can't think of like the words and I want to structure this. I just know I want to be an animator. I want to make my own anime or help in a production of an anime or make a manga or something. But I just don't have the motivation right now because I don't know, I'm just like, boom, I don't know. I'm here. But sooner or later, I'm going to get this motivation I need and I'm going to be the artist that I dreamt about being since I was little. And yeah, so all the people that I mentioned in this video, go check them out. Talart, Seiji, Ken or Ken-kun, Zekos, all of them, they are amazing. And they are the reasons, so most of the reasons why I draw, because they're my role models. Like, I look up to you. You dudes you are my homies. Not quit. But yeah, so those are a few questions. I can't remember how many I are. Maybe 10. And I hope you guys learned a little bit about me and my drawing and like what I do and what I use and stuff like that. So, leave a like, subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you have requests of characters you want me to draw, then leave them in the description. Or today is the day that I cannot language. Leave them in the comment section and I will draw that character next time. So, hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all have an awesome day, awesome week, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.